going to be watching a racial perceptions video from the Tyra Banks Show.
We taped different people just going about their business.
So we're going to take a look at a clip, and then you tell us what you think. All right?
Honestly, it looks like the black guy might have stole something from the white man or did something that he didn't like.
I'm black, and I agree with you. That's what it looks like to me. And basically, when you see a white man chasing a black man, I'm sorry.
Well, it's like they're catching the bus or something. Like they're going to be late for something.
When I walk past a black guy, then after I pass him, I make sure I still have my wallet. And that's no joke.
This is also coming from a person who also does not have any black friends.
I don't have people from the black people from my hometown don't try to be white people's friends either. All right, if you sit here and because you know we're the crackers, we're the honkies, you know, and that's straight up the.
If that's what you label yourself.
No, that's what they label me.
If you call me a I'm gonna punch you right in your head. I'm gonna punch your head off.
Well, I've done it.
You've done it?
I've done it to people. Yeah.
You wouldn't do it to me?
Well,
you call someone a
yes, I have. I'm from Texas, all right? You think about that. We still have Klan meetings within 30 miles from where I'm from.
Dallas now,
all right?
from Arkansas.
All right, no. I'm not saying I'm justifying anything.
My dad has been so racist from the time I was little. I've been brought up that way.
Brittany, all right, how do you feel about black men? Do you think we're all the same?
Kinda, because the only reason why I think that is because I haven't met one that isn't like that. Black guys are cocky.
They're cocky?
They try to act like players, and most of them, they scare the living daylights out of me. So
do I scare you?
No, not from the way I was raised. I've always been taught that they can hurt you, you know, like it scares me. I watch my news every night, and it's always some black guy up in Cincinnati shooting somebody else or robbing somebody, and I don't mean to be scared of them, you know. It just, that's my first instinct.
Christian, would you say, are you afraid of black people?
No. I'm afraid of what they could do, but no.
What are your comments on the clip you just watched?
It's very interesting. It's like you hear that a lot. You know, some people were raised a certain way, so I'm not surprised or anything because I've heard this before.
What would you like to say to the people that were talking about this experiment? The people that were in the table surrounding. What would you like to say to them?
That basically, not everything you see on TV is the way it is in the real world. Because obviously, even if you see that, oh, it's only that type of person you've met, that doesn't, there are 7 billion people on the earth. And if you really think that one whole group, like millions of people are the exact same, then you need to go out there and meet some people.
I worked for the airlines for 8 years, and even before that, I'm always conscious of someone looking strange with a box.
Someone has been Muslim?
That's true.
Do you presume that he is Muslim? Because I can tell you right now that's a Sikh, not a Muslim.
I don't understand the difference. I think all of you are Arabic. All of you are Muslim.
And that's a huge misconception.
I personally think he's carrying a bomb and he might be planting it somewhere.
I agree. Ever since 9/11 and everything, that's the first thing that pops in your head.
I speak Arabic. I was born there in Syria for 19 years. I've been an Arab person. Honestly, I think if the police see anyone walking around like that, they should automatically stop them.
After September 11th, the things that I've gone through, I have been spit on. I've had, you know, moments where not even children, I'm talking about someone in his 30s, pull my scarf off my head.
I was there since I was 2 years old. I would just want to be American. If I had to fight a war, I'd fight an American one.
You don't understand what it's like to wait for my sister to come home from school crying and, you know, blood on her face. This is not fair.
What do you think of that clip that you just saw? No words, actually. What do you think about the Muslim girl's personal story?
I think that I'm sure her story is very true and it's understandable. like they're judging you.
Being that person, I also feel the same way. Like, just because it's just clothing, it's nothing different. I mean, and it's like they always characterize you as one thing when you're not.
Have you ever been stereotyped, like, in that kind of way?
Yep. All the time.
And it's interesting because I guess you can compare it to the way they treat African Americans, because they think, you know, if they see them walking around, they're going to think that, oh, they're trying to, they like a group of them, they want to rob someone. But if you saw a Muslim person holding a box, then, oh my gosh, that might be a bomb. So to me, it's like, I don't understand. You shouldn't always assume that because something happened that all of these people, like I was saying, all of them are the same. And someone looking strange, anyone could be strange. A homeless person could look strange. They could be full American and try to kill a bunch of people. You know, there are a lot of Americans who were trying to join ISIS. What does that say for the one guy? What does that say about your own people? He wants to fight the American fight, and he's Arabic. He said he speaks Arabic, and it's like, so what does that say about your American brothers and sisters? Are you ashamed of them? Of course not. So then why would you be ashamed of your own people when, first of all, what happened at 9/11 shouldn't represent you at all? That just represents a group of people who did something, but that doesn't have anything to do with you. And also, it's sad that you wouldn't want to be your own people because of that. You should be proud of your culture, and you should be able to say it and be like, oh, I'm this, and you shouldn't be stereotyped for it or anything like that.
Does it bother you, or does it make you sad, or how do you feel that people think of this? And like, even when they look at you, they think of these stereotypes.
It's actually, it's sort of sad because it's like that kind of blocks you from kind of meeting new people. Like people, like honestly for me, it's like when people approach me, they kind of like try to keep their distance. And I've always felt that like, oh, just because I wear different clothing, it's like I'm different. Like I'm not, like I can't be part of you. I can't, like, you know, do what you guys do. Yet I'm still a teenager. I'm in America. I live in America. I do the same stuff that you guys do. I have like the same feelings, so yet it's still like you kind of don't, just because of that one, like you're this type of person or you're this part of this race, so it's like you're not kind of accepted unless if, like, you know, you kind of show yourself like, oh no, I'm different, I'm not like those other people, like who you think I am.
Brittany here right now. They're actually best friends. Now tell me, Julie, one time you were in an interracial relationship. Tell me what happened and how Brittany responded to that.
Well, Brittany and I have been friends since 6th grade, and we come from a very small rural town in the South where often racist views are common and they're accepted. And one day I decided that I was going to date a Latino. Well, she found out about it during school, and she came up to me in the lunchroom, and she got in my face and said, "Who are you dating?" And I told her, and she looked at me and said, "You're dating a Mexican?"
Brittany, what's that about?
I don't think that it's right that she dated a Mexican. I wasn't brought up that way. I come from a Christian family. I'm told that you're not supposed to date outside your race. Wait, slow down.
Slow down.
Sorry.
Wait, no. Wait, I just got real confused for a second. Okay, you said you come from a Christian family.
Yeah.
So say that again and slow down so I can understand.
I'm told that you're not supposed to date outside your race. Like, that's how I was brought up.
Because of Christianity? Explain that.
Well, my grandparents and my parents have told me not only once, like a lot of times, that it's in the Bible that you're not supposed to date outside your race. Like,
wow.
I know it sounds stupid, but that's what they tell me.
I'd love to see that passage. Okay.
Well, what do you think about the situation where the girl was dating a Latino and her friend was upset about it?
What do I think? I think it's like, I mean, it's pretty stupid because she's blaming it on her religion and how she was brought up, but you know, I think she's just looking for excuses and she doesn't know what to say. But it could be either that she doesn't like the guy for her, she thinks that she's gonna like cheat on her or something, but I feel like maybe that feeling that she has for her friend, like she's worried about her, is like related to her being sort of racist in a way.
What do you think of the racial perceptions experiment and how Tyra Banks integrated that into her show?
I think it's great that more people are aware of the way people think, because maybe it would help them to realize that, you know, you can't be racist or you can't use these stereotypes because that doesn't identify people. It doesn't show who they are on the inside, their personality. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual color of their skin.
Racial stereotypes are theories that society creates that labels groups of people based on a few people's actions.
Eliminate the preconceived ideas that you have fixed in your head. Let's learn to accept and respect.
Break the separation.
Break the norm.
Break the conformity.
Break the stereotypes.